Hello everyone, this is Midlife Music Teacher and I'm Mrs. G. And this is the push to the end of the school year 25-26. This is part 2, so let's take it from the top. Today is Monday, June 8th, and this is going to be a week where we have a lot of mixing up the schedule, where I'm going to have several missed preps, and I still have to grade those 4 classes. I really don't know when I'm going to get to do that. I spent this weekend mostly focused on my house because my house has been a little neglected this past week, seeing as I went home last week and had to cut belts, make a video, and do some other things for school. So I just spent this weekend kind of paying attention to my house, getting things done and cleaning up after a very busy week. This week is also going to be extremely busy, and I don't get a lot of breaks or free time in my schedule where I can get those things done that I need to get done. One of the things I did do this weekend in the midst of my house cleaning was I made myself a checklist. So the school gives us a checklist that we have to complete in order to check out for the last day of school. However, there are things that I need to do for myself and my department in order to finish out this year and prepare for next year. So I made myself my own checklist as well. So I hope to be able to check off some of those things before the end of this week so that I don't have to save it all for the 3 days that we have next week. But it's Monday. Here we go. Today is Tuesday, and I have to admit, when I went in to the school yesterday, there was a point in the morning before I started teaching where I lovingly looked at my Tuesday subfolder, and I thought to myself, maybe I need a sick day. But no, I am here. My list of things to do before the end of the school year just keeps growing. And a lot of the stuff I cannot do at home. There are 7 days left and checkout is a week from tomorrow. And I need to get this stuff done. So I quickly put my subfolder away. I had some students coming into my room yesterday morning during my prep, and I firmly announced, if you did not practice over the weekend, you cannot stay today. I just had too much to do, and there's a lot of kids who are just coming in now and trying to wing play the song. And even if students still are making mistakes, you can tell if they practiced or not. Music teachers can tell if a student spent time outside of this moment practicing. So because I was firm on that, only 7 kids stayed yesterday morning, and I got a few things done during my prep. One of the things that I have to do is I have to get things ready for the 4th grade rehearsals and then the 4th grade graduation, which is on Friday. I got an email the other night asking if I would be available for the rehearsals on Wednesday. The rehearsals are at 8:45 and 2:50 tomorrow. And both of those times are during my prep. And when I say preps, plural, I don't mean I get 2 preps. I mean that I get 1 prep that's split into 2 chunks. I get a chunk of my prep in the morning, and then I get the last chunk of it in the afternoon. And so now these rehearsals are going to take my prep on Wednesday. And I can't get my list of things done without my prep time, because I've been going home at night and I've just been exhausted and I can't, even on the weekends. So I still have 4 classes to grade. That's due by Monday. So I got to get that done. I got to get that done. I keep kicking this can down the road, but my time keeps being taken by various things. And I'm not someone who just shows a movie at the end of the school year. There's still over a week left. I can't just pull the plug and show a movie. On top of all of this, I've been thinking about evaluation next year because I'm being evaluated next year and I'm trying to get on top of my SLOs. So I think I want to do a 3rd grade SLO. So I'm trying to give an assessment to my 2nd graders to use for baseline. Stupid, I know, but this is where I'm at with literally 7 days left. Today was a long day. I think today was the last of my very long days. I am also going to, these last 6 days of school, significantly decrease the number of actual learner objective and assessment with vocabulary lessons I will be teaching. I have a couple more 3rd grade and one more 2nd grade class where I'm teaching a lesson, and everything else is singing in the microphones, boom whackers, and listening, games and activities for the rest of the school year. It is that time of year now where no one is listening anymore. No one is paying attention anymore anyway. I don't even have my Blur Alert Center's free choice to hold over their heads anymore. This is a difficult last days of school because the students, they just talk over you. They talk over each other. No one's listening and paying attention. So you have to roll with that. Again, I'm not going to show movies, but we have come to the end of most classes having learner objectives, vocabulary, assessment, that sort of thing. So Tuesday, long one. It's time to go in and rest up. It's Wednesday. I wish I could say I have an easy day. Maybe one day before these last 6 days are up, I'll be able to say I have an easy day today. But today is not that day. I have to get in there because during my morning and afternoon blocks of my preps, I will be doing the 4th grade moving up ceremony rehearsals. In between all that, I have 2 3rd grade classes, a kindergarten, a 1st grade class, and a 4th grade class. The last day of school is a week from today. I'm just not ready for just doing microphones and boom whacker videos just yet because I'm going to be completely sick of it by the time next Wednesday rolls around. So I'm just kind of holding off on that a little tiny bit. In the meantime, I have had a few experiences these past few days. One of the things that has happened that is now added to my list of things to do before the end of the school year. They're going to offer the leadership program again next year. However, it's not just whoever wants to do it can do it. There is a process now that the 3rd graders have to do to be a 4th grade leader. And one of those is the same as last year. They have to bring home this thing, have their parents fill it out. But in addition to that, they have to get 3 endorsements from grown-ups. 2 of those endorsements must come from a teacher in our building. And then the 3rd endorsement can come from another adult, a family member, or it could be another teacher from our building. So they have to show a little bit of commitment to wanting to do this, where they have to take their form, go to a teacher and say, can you endorse me for the leadership program? I've had 4 of these endorsement slips given to me, and I had to show 3 of the students how to fill it out, that they had to put their name on it. They thought I just had to sign it. I said, no, you put your name on this, and I have to go scan the QR code and fill out the Google form endorsing you for this. I've gotten 4 of those. I've filled out 2. I have 2 more to go. It is Wednesday afternoon, and today went fine. The rehearsals went fine. The students sounded great. They just have to watch me and just make sure they don't rush. They did rush a little tiny bit, but not anything that can't be compensated for or that you can fix. So that's good. That makes me feel good about Friday's moving up ceremonies. I just have this little public service announcement for kindergarten teachers. Please, with all your wisdom, I know the end of the year, there are different kinds of parties and celebrations, glow parties, bring in your stuffies, pirate days, whatever it may be. But please, for the love of all that's good, can you please have them keep all their props and costume bits and pieces in your classroom? The other day, my kindergartners came to my room after having a glow party, and they had glow bracelets, glow necklaces, glow sticks hanging from their necks. And despite my telling them to not play with them during class, they were playing with them, putting them in their mouth, sticking them in their ears, popping them open, popping them closed, flinging them like this, whipping them around. I had to have several of them put their glow things on the back table, and it's so hard to keep their attention this time of year as it is. And now I'm competing with pirate hooks and feathers that came off their pirate hats and glow sticks and stuffed animals and all things like this. Please, please, classroom teachers, have the students keep them in your classroom for specials. The other thing that I noticed over the past few days, especially with first and second graders, is that I will be playing the piano for a group of children singing in the microphones, and students will come up to me and ask me for things. Can you please staple my packet again? Do you have a Band-Aid? Can you get me this? And I'm literally playing the piano. And I have to look at them and say, I'm kind of busy right now. I'm using both hands to play the piano, and they just can't see that their needs are so immediate that they don't have this kind of sense of, you can just wait, patience. They're so impulsive and needy that nothing's going on for them right this second because you're playing the piano and some other kids are singing, and they need their book stapled right now. My third and fourth graders don't do that to me. I know it's a maturity thing, but wow. I am feeling the effects of 5 days left. It's Thursday, and man, every single day is harder and harder to get out of bed and get going in the morning. Today, however, I am looking forward to being able to get some of that stuff done that's on my checklist. So this morning I have a 4th grade class and a 2nd grade class. And then I have a 1st grade class on a field trip. So there's that. Then after lunch, I have a kindergarten class that should have graduated by that time. I've already decided that if any kindergartners are still here for the music class part, I'm just going to have them help me with inventory and with cleaning things up. I haven't made a dent in my inventory and cleanup yet. So today I'm making a big dent in that. That's my plan. I don't know if I mentioned it yesterday, but I finished all my grades. Not only did I finish all my grades, I updated all the 4th grade grades. And as far as I'm concerned, unless someone comes in today or tomorrow, which I'm not sure I'm going to listen to anybody tomorrow because the graduation is at 9:15. So I don't think I'm going to be listening to anybody. I got to get ready for that tomorrow. Unless anybody gets black belt today, I am not adjusting any more grades. It's done. We're getting there. Well, we have made it to the last Friday of the school year. Today is 4th grade moving up ceremony day. There are 2 ceremonies. I rearranged my schedule in order to see all the classes that I have today. So I would have had a 4th grade class that's not in the moving up ceremony at 9:15 this morning. But that is the first moving up ceremony, 9:15. Her class is in the afternoon one at 1:30, which would have meant she would have lost her music class. So because all the kindergartners graduated yesterday, I'm going to take her class during a time I normally would have had kindergarten. Yesterday, because of a 1st grade field trip, I ended up only teaching 2 classes, and I did cover that 1st grade teacher so she could go have her lunch, but my 2 kindergarten classes graduated, and then my 2 1st grade classes were on the field trip. So I worked my hiney off yesterday, getting as much done as possible. I did a lot of cleaning up. I did a lot of my inventory. I did the worst parts of it. And so I feel like I'm in good shape. I do have a little bit of free time today because I don't have my 3 kindergarten classes. I do have moving up ceremony and rearranging my schedule to kind of make up for not having all the kindergarten classes, but I do have a little bit of time today. So I intend to crank out some more of my checklist. Today's going to be a hot one, a very hot one, sticky, humid, and there's going to be a lot of people jam-packed in the gym for 2 moving up ceremonies. So I'll check in again at the end of the day. I've made it home this Friday, and today I taught 3 classes and had 2 6th grade moving up ceremonies. Those ceremonies are quite lovely ceremonies. However, today was a day that was in the low to mid 90s, and we had a dew point in the 70s. It was very hot and very sticky today. These ceremonies took place in the gymnasium, which is not air conditioned, nor does it have very good airflow. It was very sweaty and hot. The song that I picked for moving up ceremony included body percussion, stomps and claps for the whole entire song. And I thought initially when picking this song that it would be good for them to do something like that in between having to sit and wait. As much of the ceremony is sitting and listening and waiting your turn, that it would break it up, give them something physical to do. However, it physically made us all sweaty to do that body percussion today. In any case, they sang lovely. They did the body percussion. At the end, we sing the song, "See You Later, Alligator." I use my guitar. It just made me a little more sweaty. But it's a lovely song. It makes people emotional because they sing that song at kindergarten graduation and then again in 4th grade graduation. So it's very sentimental. In between the 2 ceremonies, I did teach 3 classes. We sang in the microphone. We did some boomwhacker videos. We kept things easy for that. I have driven all the way home. I've been drinking my iced coffee. I've been enjoying my air conditioning because I was very sweaty today. I will miss those students. Many of them, I've had them since they were in preschool, and they will be moving on. I'm going to go into my air-conditioned house. I'm going to change out of my sweaty clothes. I am going to enjoy this weekend because there's only 3 days left of this school year. It was a busy week. I did get a lot done. If you liked this video, got any entertainment or education out of it, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. I have part 3 of the push for the end of the school year coming next week. And with that, we'll end on a high note. See you next time. Bye.